arrival, no one would answer the door, but we could smell something in the residence from the street that led us to believe that the people were there. We had neighbors come out and said, yeah, the people aren't home. Probation had a person there on probation, so we forced entry in for probation, and at that time we realized that there was probably a meth lab in working order. We pulled everyone out of the residence, and after talking to them for a few minutes, we did find out that there were actually 2 separate meth labs running in the residence. At this point, we've charged both adults who live there with numerous charges to include manufacturing methamphetamine, child endangering. Don't know what all those charges are going to be before it's all said and done. But because they were in the residence and the active lab was going, we have to now decontaminate them, take them to Berger Hospital, have them checked out there, and then we'll go on from there. But right now, the EPA has given us okay to do the decontamination of the people. BCI are one of those groups that are on their way down to stabilize the lab. Our officers will be here until that's all taken care of, and then the U.S. 23 Major Crimes Task Force, we have a couple officers from there who are also here, and that's the task force we kind of work through. So they're here on the scene with us too to make sure we get this thing wrapped up.
So there were children in the house then?
Well, our understanding is the children were present for part or some of the activity. We don't know how much. So as a precaution, we need to make sure that they are decontaminated and treated at Berger if necessary.
How many kids?
3 children ranging from 10 to 3 years old.
Gotcha. Just sort of talk about this area. Is there a lot of drug activity here? I mean, that's what neighbors are telling me.
We have had reports of a lot of drug activity at this house, which is what brought them to the probation's radar and our radar. Circleville as a whole, we're the same as every other community around us, and we're doing what we can to combat that problem, and it takes a lot of agencies, a lot of resources, but we're going to continue to do that.
I got you. Any houses around here evacuated because of this?
We didn't have to evacuate any houses other than the one where the lab was actually at, but we did kind of cordon off the area to keep people back who are coming up to look at what's going on. And of course, we've had a few people who have come up with cameras and wanted to take pictures, and we had to inform them they could take pictures of other stuff, but not the decontamination process. So we've had most people been cooperative, but a few of them aren't.
Yeah. I guess, does this hopefully send a message to some of the drug dealers down in this area, the drug activity down here?
Well, everything we do, we try to send that message. Unfortunately, a lot of times the drug dealers think that this is the cost of doing business. So we're going to stay on top of it. We're going to continue to fight it, and we're going to use all the resources that we have available.
It's sad to see kids involved in this stuff.
Yeah, and with children involved, it is a sad thing to see this happening. But the other side is that it increases the penalty for the offenders. So when children are present, that charge is then enhanced to something more serious, as it should be. Neighbors are furious. I don't know how many comments I've heard from neighbors about what they would like to do, and we don't encourage them to do that, and we tell them no. But when children are involved, people do seem to get a lot more emotional about the situation.
Absolutely. How many people do you think you have here dealing with this right now?
I have roughly 10 officers from my agency. We have Circleville Fire. We have Pickaway Township Fire. We have a hazmat team. I believe it came up from around Scioto Township. We have somebody coming from, it's probably not BCI, but affiliated with BCI to come down to decontaminate that lab. And then, of course, we have a lot of EMS people here. So there's probably close to 50 people involved in trying to get this cleaned up tonight.
Gotcha. Anything else you want to add that I didn't ask you about?
Well, we would encourage people to continue to call us when they see suspicious activity. That's what we need to further combat the crime. If the community works with us and we all make a joint effort, we'll be able to make a statement. Yes.
Gotcha.